yours. So you shut them down for a day. You don't think they can take that loss?
Oh, they didn't take that loss because they were on the phone. They were calling higher up.
What the fuck is marching gonna do, man? That's the question I'm asking. You marching across these expressways and all this other stuff. Listen to me.
That was shutting something down.
Listen to me. It's back and running the next day. You wasn't out there the next day. You did it for one day to get some motherfucking publicity. What are you doing outside of that? You want to say you're a part of a march? And I'm not talking down on the protesters and the marchers. I salute y'all. But what the fuck else are you doing outside of that?
So tell me, what would you have done?
I'm not marching, period.
No, I'm saying
what I would have done? Listen here. Protesting and marching is not for me. It didn't work for Martin. It didn't work for a lot of other people. Yeah, it brought attention, but it didn't work, man. We still going through the same shit. No, we have to now understand the system and set up a system within that system. So we can't be touched. You get what I'm saying?
So what would be your method on that? I mean, what would be your game plan on that?
The whole game plan to that in the beginning, us being from Chicago, first thing my whole method would be to that is for the people to just fucking listen. Because before I do anything, you have to listen. So if you're not listening, my method of breaking it down does me no good. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm not getting out of the conversation because we can talk more as Black Hippie Radio Entertainment and Donte talk.
I mean, you saying that. I'm asking you, telling me, what would you do? What would be your method?
I just took another bite of my burrito. I'm sorry. My method in the beginning, I'm already starting. I got Black Hippie Radio Entertainment going. I'm opening up the doors. You don't think anybody that joined this team, I'm not well scouting them, seeing what they're about, making sure they fit what I'm about? That's my method. I'm building from the ground up. That's what I'm doing. So you basically have a raw idea of what I'm doing. And they do too now on this podcast. I'm building my organization within inside of a system. No, it's not Black Panther-like. No. Very different. No, it's not Martin-like. No, very different. No, it's not Malcolm-like. Very different. But are there elements in it? Of course. That's the book I follow. But I don't necessarily say I implement it in my life. You get what I'm saying? I understand the knowledge. I understand the struggle. I understand everything they went through. Muhammad Ali, all of them. My thing is that you made the blueprint for us. Now we need to build the structure and build the building to keep this shit going. We're not going to win fighting and killing, to be honest. And I know, as I said earlier, I would feel all right if those guys are executed, but we're not going to get nowhere killing, to be honest with you. The whole plan is, how can we build a solid foundation so that the killing can really be looked at? Look at these Jews. They build within themselves. And they are a strong community, right or wrong.
Yeah, but you want to put a perspective, though?
Look at the Italian.
They did kill, or they went after them Germans, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you say execute, they did do that. So,
but my whole point is, look at the structure afterwards. Look at the Italians. Even look at some of these Mexican mafias. Look at the structure of them. There are organizations within side organizations that can't be touched. You dig? We can't get that because we don't understand how to be organized. Because we've been kept down for so long and stepped on for so long that as soon as we see a little bit of light, we want to take it and run with it. How selfish are we as black people? I question us too. I question our thought of mine. I even question myself sometimes. You dig what I'm saying?
Well, from what you saying though, my thing is all those guys you mentioned, they got a foundation. I mean, not a foundation. They got a bagging from Mexico, from Italy.
So now you get my point.
We don't have that from Africa. Even Africa's fucked up. I mean, we come from a country that they raping right now.
That's why we have to build an organization inside of an organization. We have to form our own system.
You don't think we did that or attempted to do that before?
We attempted to do it before. And yes, it got destroyed. Like Black Wall Street, we talked about that earlier. You know, Black Wall Street is such a dope story with a horrific ending. You basically had a community that had churches, banks, law firms, grocery stores. What else am I missing? Maybe convenience stores.
Everything
you need for your community to survive. And they had multiples. Not one, they had multiples. That community within their zone generated so much money that, what was it at Oklahoma? That they actually bombed this town on American land. Like they was somewhere in China, Germany, or wherever the fuck. Saudi Arabia, whatever. We're talking about American soil. Bombed. Businesses burnt to the ground. Black businesses at that. So, yeah. Black lives matter. All lives matter. Yeah, that is what it's about. But when is this shit gonna end? Period. You dig what I'm saying? When is it gonna end us killing each other? When is it gonna end them killing us?
Well, I look at it as this. Okay, yeah, it's slavery. If you want to look at it, that was overcame. Jim Crow. Even though you say Malcolm and them, you know, they did what they did, but it's still going on. Every generation has some different device or different design made to destroy us, but it's to overcome. Don't have the answer for it, but somehow, some way, we're going to overcome that. You know, like you say, you got to educate. You got to give them the knowledge, and you got to give not even the courage, and to give them self-confidence that they can do it. And I'm tired of, oh man, yeah, you can be a ball player, or you can be a rapper or something. You can be a doctor. You can be a lawyer. You can be an engineer. You can be an architect. But in perspective of this too, I'm letting them know, hey, yeah, I know all these things, but I'm getting the top tier like everybody else is. And you want me to prove that I'm better than I'm better, I'm on the same level? Well, we can take that test. And I guarantee they won't give you that test. I already know. Oh, we've been through so much, but I bet you give a little kid a black kid, give him knowledge, watch what happens. We went to Oak Park. We went, man, you know, I'm just like you. I mean, I didn't have bad grades, but I didn't apply myself like I should have. But I understood that. I understood the shit. I mean, one teacher, he was white. He was like, you know what, you got an A mind. You just put in C effort.
I think I put in the effort.
But yeah, that's basically what it is.
No, I mean, education is good. It's informing. That's how I look at it. It's informing. But it's up to you what you do with it after that. You get what I'm saying? I love being informed. So I educate myself all the time. So, you know, some of the things I look at, the average human being, or the average human being might, I don't know, but the average human being I know might not look into. So it's hard for me to conversate with a lot of people.
You know, my perspective on a lot of things, or my thought, and then that goes for any race. You got the ones who you want to say have a good life, or man happy where they're at, go home, I mean get anything they want when they're a kid or something like that. So that shit with their school don't mean nothing to them. Then you got ones, man, poor, trying to make it out. So something click in their mind to start studying certain shit and start building, and then, you know, learning.
Exactly.
And then that's when they start appreciating more things, and like, man, if I'm getting this knowledge, I appreciate it more, and I'm going all the way out. I just got a text today talking about looking for jobs. Like, you just can't all put in the application. You got to spend amount of time and put in an effort to try to get better or whatever the job. It's just an example or something like that. I mean, that goes for anybody playing a sport. Mm-hmm. I mean, when I was younger, I didn't even understand, like, man, certain fundamentals, even playing basketball and everything. Stop looking at everybody else. Oh, man, they good at that. How did they get good? They practice on it. They had to learn repetitions on it, everything like that.
Exactly.
So everything has to be, you know, put effort into the time and dedication to it.
Repetition is always the blueprint to learning. Whatever you learn, if you keep doing it, you're going to understand it. It's like we want to get into a sports term or a sports reference or a sports analogy. Me as a basketball player, I love basketball. Yeah, I think I can still compete. To be honest with you, I still think I can get out there and do something. But me learning basketball, you start out dribbling that ball. At first, you was batting like a motherfucker, trying to get it in rhythm, right? You kept doing it, then boom, you got that rhythm. Now it's hard to take that ball because now you ain't even got to look at that ball while you dribbling. You get what I'm saying? That's the way how we have to be getting organized. I think we still at the point of where we still trying to learn to dribble the ball with our head down. And to reach that point, to get our head up, dribbling that ball without looking, we have to stop judging each other and putting each other down. Yeah, I don't agree with a lot of our black leaders. You get what I'm saying? I don't agree with a lot of them. You know, there's questions I want to ask a lot of our black leaders. Jesse, Al, Farrakhan. Yeah, I'm saying Farrakhan. There's a lot of questions I want to ask him too. Because if I didn't want to question, if I did not question him, but question certain things, that wouldn't make me the man I am. Yeah, I know you're in a certain authority and you have a certain amount of power and everything else, but there's a certain understanding that I have, and I need it more understood. Maybe you got the answer, maybe you don't, or maybe I can teach you, or maybe you can teach me a little bit more. That's how I want to sit down and talk to these people. I'm not a minion, nor am I a Muslim or Christian or none of that. I'm a man, and I'm a man of God. You dig? I don't think a lot of people understand what a man of God is. So my understanding of my thinking goes a little bit deeper and a little bit beyond what people think. You know, that's the questions I got to ask these men in power in our community. I know you have done some things, but it's outside of what you see and what you do. You need to get more involved, because that's the only way the people are going to take you serious, because we are the people that you see. You dig what I'm saying? So I don't need you behind the camera on NBC or CNN or none of that. No. Come get on one of our cameras so we can put it live on Facebook and you talking in our community.